Black rot is a common disease of cole crops in Kentucky. It can affect plants at any growth stage, but is especially destructive as harvest approaches. Black rot is most commonly observed on cabbage, kale, cauliflower, and broccoli, but other crucifers are also susceptible. Young seedlings are extremely susceptible to black rot, and seedlings can die rapidly after infection, or initial infections can remain at low levels until conditions are favorable for disease development and as plants mature. On mature plants, symptoms appear as distinct yellow V-shaped lesions along leaf margins. Lesions turn brown and necrotic, enlarging until entire leaves turn yellow, wilt, and fall from plants. Leaf veins in infected areas turn dark brown to black. In addition, on mature plants, stems or heads that are cut lengthwise may show black discoloration, as well as have a slimy appearance and foul smell. Black rot can result in substantial yield loss in the form of small or underdeveloped heads. Disease can spread rapidly in the field and in storage. Secondary rots often co-occur with black rot that further affect produce quality, resulting in shortened storage life and reduced marketability. Black rot is caused by the bacterium Xanthomonas campestris pathovar campestris. The most common source of the pathogen is infested seed and infected transplants. The bacterium can also survive from season to season in plant debris left in the field. While the black rot bacterium only infects cole crops, several cruciferous weeds such as wild radish can serve as reservoir hosts. The black rot bacterium enters leaf tissue primarily through natural openings such as stomates and hydrothodes. However, infection can also occur through wounds caused by insect feeding or transplanting. Spread within fields occurs via splashing rain, insects, wind-blown plant debris, or when handling plants with contaminated hands or tools. Warm, wet weather favors infection and spread of black rot. The optimal conditions are 80 degrees to 95 degrees Fahrenheit with persistent rain. Disease management of black rot requires an integrated approach that begins with good cultural management practices to minimize the risk of black rot introduction and its spread, such as beginning with selecting cultivars that have resistance or partial resistance to black rot, and then obtaining certified disease-free seed or thoroughly inspecting transplants for disease symptoms prior to purchase. If disease-free seed cannot be obtained or is cost prohibitive, it is recommended to use a hot water seed treatment to reduce the risk of black rot introduction. See the links in the description for resources on hot water seed treatments. It is also good practice to use new or sanitized trays when growing your transplants, and ensure adequate spacing among seedlings and seed trays to ensure rapid drying following watering. It is also important to discard transplants that appear symptomatic prior to transplanting out into the field. After transplanting into the field, it is important to not handle plants or work in fields when plants are wet to reduce the risk of pathogen spread. It is also good practice at the end of the season to destroy crop residue in deep plows soon after harvest to encourage rapid decomposition of the host plant debris. Crop rotation is also good practice to reduce inoculum buildup. Rotate away from host crops and avoid planting cole crops in the same field for 3 to 4 years. Weed management is important, and it is especially important to manage those cruciferous weeds such as mustards and wild radish that serve as hosts for the black rot pathogen. Also strive to minimize insect damage, especially those by chewing insects. Preventing and slowing the spread of black rot requires a focus on these cultural and sanitation practices, but bactericides are oftentimes necessary to reduce black rot losses. Bactericides such as fixed copper or one of the new biological products on the market can be used in addition to good cultural management practices. Keep in mind that effectiveness of bactericides against black rot is inconsistent, and management relying solely on bactericides is not effective. Refer to the links in the description or contact your county agent for further disease management resources and information.